Hello everyone, I'm Dragonwolf and welcome back to Space Engineers. Well, I did as much as I could without wanting to having to record, so here I am. I've done a lot of modifications to this ship so far, and yes, I know it's been slow going, but I promise today, once I get everything shown off and show you what the update and all the stuff that I've done, we're going to go mine some ice. As fun as that sounds, we're going to go mine some ice. But here we go. I started off putting landing legs with pistons attached for pretty much, docking. For some reason, these wheels are not doing as well as I would have hoped. When you brake on them, if you're sitting on a hill, you're going to roll down. Usually, I'm just not used to it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, I've added another wheel. It's all set up, all categorized as far as left, right, up, down. And basically, I set up a new system. I put the two landing legs in the front as well, along with a bunch of other stuff, as you probably can see already. I changed what we were using. The control seat that we had, I changed it with a full-blown cockpit because some of the modifications I want to add includes an oxygen maker. Considering this is going to be mainly an ice gathering vessel, I figured why not throw a couple of oxygen generators on here, along with a couple of oxygen tanks, possibly some hydrogen tanks. Where I'll put them, I have no idea, but I know I have room for at least a couple of oxygen generators to generate enough oxygen while we're mining ice that we really don't use up our reserves for our bottles. I find myself with adding these modifications, I find myself going back for oxygen very frequently, along with hydrogen, because I'm flying around. Probably fly too much, but that's just about the easiest way to get fly around. Anyway, attached to these pistons are landing legs. I know I had the other system set up to where it was going to come down and grab, but I found that once I got close enough and I'd had to get a little pad or something and lower everything, by the time I got to that far, because we're on a hill, I rolled away. So I figured, why not make the mining ship, or the ice miner, do basically just that. I extended the things from the ceiling and added two landing legs that I have on a hotbar in my cockpit that pretty much, when I see them light up green, because once you get in the cockpit here, you can see them lighting green, I can disengage them. And you see, there we go. We gotta line ourselves up and come in a little close. You see how they turn yellow? And then I could just bear up against it, press P, and there we go, we're locked. And not only does that lock the landing legs, it also locks the wheels as well, or at least it's supposed to. But as you can see right here, there's a little control pad that I added for some funny. Thought it would be kind of cool to set up a little button pad. Just press this a bunch of times, because this is the minimum and maximum distance on the piston that I set up for a thing. So basically, when I get out of the ship, say we go on a day of mining, we need to come back, we need to unload our materials. Basically, this piston and this connector here serves as two things. One, I can activate this and slowly, depending on, because not all the time we're going to be level, or each time that we do, we either get a little bit closer, a little bit further, whatever. But right now, so far, it's been the same. But basically, what we do is we push this to a point. I might want to rotate that. That might be a good idea. Let's actually do that. Let's reverse this. Let's grab connector. Rotate it around so that way I can actually see. There we go. Connector is on 7. So I want to rotate, not that way. Yes, this way. There we go, that's better. So now that we've got that set up, we can push this, since it's about the same same distance. Oh, that's too far. Back it up. Pull it back. I don't want to break anything. So let's reverse that and increase it slightly. Alright, as soon as you see that light light up, I've set this last button for the switch lock. Green means it's locked, and that's basically what I want to do. So now that I know that this system, this entire ship, because I set it up down here, I'll break these blocks for the sake of showing this off. I've connected all the way down here. Well, I just broke everything. I'll have to fix it. That's okay. As you can see, the lines, and underneath this block right here, this conveyor junction box, is basically connected to the first cargo container. So I have it all set up, and that was one of the reasons that I thought it might be a good idea to set up the ice, because not only we're going to go mine it, might as well use it to keep ourselves from having to run the risk of losing oxygen. But I've already said that. But this system right here also serves as another purpose. It also serves as a mini bridge, so that way we don't actually waste. We can jump. Come on. Is it not going to work now that I've changed the orientation? Apparently not. Anyway, we can jump from here, and then this leads up onto the mining. Oh, I need to fix these. This leads up onto the mining platform. Once we get back into space, I'm actually going to have to move this thing, because I actually set up a little thing over here, as you can see, a little ramp that leads back up into the main part of the ship, because like I said, I cannot count how many times I actually lost hydrogen and was not able to return back up to the ship flying, and I had to build my way up, pillar my way up. It was just a mess. So this ship is also very, very good with fuel consumption. But once I get this all set up, now that we got all of this connected, and the cool thing about this, the way it's set up, it's connected, as you can see with the green lights, but I also can access it. So I want to actually grab some more uranium while I'm thinking about it, because let's grab 100. Why not? But yeah, that acts as a pseudo bridge. So now all we got to do is, when we get ready to take off, which we're about to do, because I think we're okay. I'll make sure I have enough oxygen. We should be fine. I'll add the modifications for the oxygen and stuff off screen, because I got to figure out a place to put it. That's the only problem. I have to figure out a place to put it. But anyway, you switch the locks. The light turns blue. Reverse the piston. Jump in here, press P, release, and we are off. I would like to say that now that we're set off, that this is the first major test for this vehicle. I'm hoping that the wheels don't phantom on me like they have in the past, because yeah, I don't want to have to deal with all that. I might have to increase their strength. It doesn't look like I'm having a good time with their strength. Let's change wheels. Let's do that. Up their strength just a little bit. Probably 20%. That might be too much. But we're super low riding. But let's take it slow and steady. Let's try to make it to the ice fields. All right, now, slow down. Worst case scenario, I can actually deploy our landing legs, our landing gear, so hopefully we can stop. It doesn't look like we're having an easy time doing so. Come on. Yeah, we're going downhill. That's bad, but think we can make it. Let's just be very careful. Alright, so we kind of made it to the ice field, but we did lose quite a bit of stuff. We had a very, very bumpy ride. We lost a bunch of stuff. As you can see, this wheel completely gone. It's just the phantom wheels. Either that or I'm doing something wrong, which I'm going to leave it up to the fact that I am doing something wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, though. I mean, I think I've watched video after video after video of trying to figure out how exactly to set up a wheels so that way they run very well on rocky terrain versus when they don't run well on rocky terrain. I've actually looked at a bunch of videos, and I guess I can't wrap my head around it. I don't know. At least the drills are still intact. There's just minor damage with the armor blocks, which is easily fixed. I got plenty of steel plates on me, so we can actually replace everything that broke. No big deal. It's a learning process, and I'm not afraid to admit that I'm still learning about this game. This game changes many ways, and then once you get used to one way, and then they change it again, and then you're back to learning all over again. So I'll wait till I get back to base to replace that wheel. But in the meantime, we're here to gather some ice. So hopefully we're good. It looks like we're on a hill, but according to the level terrain thing in front of us, we're actually level. So we're completely stopped. So here we go. I have these pistons set up. I'm going to turn number 6 on. Turn the drills on. Make sure all of them are on. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Okay. So now I want to do, was it 5? Increase it. Make sure ice is being... Yes, we are loading ice. So let's press 5 again to increase it one. Oh wait, that's retracting. All right. So that looks good. So let's take off the brakes. And let's just see how well these bigger drills work. It looks like they're doing okay. Looks like I'm getting like every other spot. I think I'm moving too fast. So let's slow down. Might need to dig them in just a little bit. So let's press 4. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. And my hands are off the controls. Okay, the vehicle is just naturally moving forward. Or at least I think it is. Yep, I'm naturally moving forward. Now I need to know, I don't know exactly how deep this ice is. So I may just leave it like it is. Yeah, because I'm getting some rocks. That's okay though. And see, as you can see with the wide wheelbase in the back, I'm not running the risk of my wheels being jumped in. Oh, we stopped. My wheels are not running the risk of being trapped in the ice channels. Let's see if we can dodge these rocks over here. I didn't even take a look at this side. Yeah, that side's working just as well. Awesome. I'm very happy with this. I'm going to spend probably the time between this episode and next to get as much ice as these containers can hold. Let's actually see. We've almost filled up one. I need to find a way to expel stone. Did that throw it outside the cockpit? Yeah, it did. Awesome. But I may add a system on here that expels the stones out the tops of where the pistons are. Or not the pistons, the drills. Just expel as much stone as possible. But having stone is not a bad thing. It's just when I'm needing it, all this space just for ice. Alright guys, slow down. Yes, please, slow down. I don't know what's the deal with the phantom wheels. They just, no matter if they're small or large, I still run the like I could leave my hands off the controls. You see my hands, and we're literally increasing. Well, it's not going to do it now, of course. I mean, I increase in speed for no reason. I mean, yeah, I can see if we're going down a hill, but we're actually going uphill, or we were. I may need to press 3 and then 5. There we go. Just skim the surface. There we go. But that's basically the ship that I've made. You saw how I connected it to the front. We did lose our landing legs in the front, which that's just casualties of war, I guess. You know, things happen. But as soon as we get full, I'm going to head back to base. And in the next episode, I'm going to cross my fingers that we have enough hydrogen to get off this planet and head to the alien planet. So that way we can get back in the thing. And basically, I think one of the things that I will add to the mothership is a tons more cargo. It looks like we're running really, really low on space. So I may need to add probably a gigantic road. We're just basically, once we get into space, we're going to make massive improvements to the mothership. And if you have any ideas for those massive improvements, let me know. I'll be more than happy to incorporate them into the build. I don't have anything set just yet, but with the way my mind thinks, I'll just think of something quick. So I usually do it on the fly, honestly. So just whatever helps. But yeah, if you have any ideas, just let me know. Throw them to me. Send them down in the comment section below. But thank everybody for watching. I'm going to sit here and probably for the next hour and farm this ice. So if you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And until next time, see you later.